Hi guys.
Welcome to Prana Music. Today we're gonna break down our latest cover.
Castle on the Hill.
Um, I think we should start by why we chose Castle on the Hill. On my side, I really wanted to do Castle on the Hill because it's been that staple song that we always listen in the car and on repeat sometimes, especially we like, well, we, Prize likes to drive a lot. And we do every single holiday, we do a New York to Louisville track, which is about 11,
12 or 13.
12 or 13 hours. So Castle on the Hill is just, has been that song that does not matter if we're in a bad mood or if we're tired. It just lifts our moods and we will sing to it. That's for sure.
It's a bop.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I think I put Castle on the Hill on the table.
Mm-hmm.
What did you choose it? What did you say yes?
Well, it's a total bop. I mean, I think I actually heard, I did a cover of it with another band before I even heard the song in the first place. And doing that cover, it was just this really pulsing song with just so much energy in this room that we played in, that I feel that same energy every time I hear the song. And I think for us playing it, Viva La Vida had that sort of energy, and Castle on the Hill more so because it's just the way the melody is structured and the way that the chords swell and everything is synthesized and mixed together. It just pushes you forward.
Yes.
Metaphorically up the hill.
So yeah, when we decided on Castle on the Hill, we did not put singing on the table. But I think once we realized it's not a simple song, but the chords end up being pretty simple if you don't add the lyrics. I think the special thing about these songs that we've been doing covers of is the lyrics. And I think with Viva La Vida, I really love playing that cover, but I think it missed the lyrics.
Yeah.
Because if we kept it going as long as the song was supposed to be, it would have been very repetitive. So when we tackled Castle on the Hill and we realized how it would sound or how it would come about with just the cello as the melody, we decided to add vocals. And it was definitely outside of my comfort zone. I'm sure he was outside of your comfort zone, but you do have some experience singing. I've never sung in my life. Not even in the shower. Like, you won't catch me singing ever. Anyways, unless it's Tony.
Right.
For bedtime.
I mean, that's to say, you do sing along to things, but there's a difference between singing along to things and singing. But you've always had a really sweet voice, just a really nice tone, and so we just decided, if we're going to push ourselves into this realm of music, we might as well not only use the tools that we have at our disposal that are already developed pretty well, but might as well develop our weaker side of things and make it an arsenal in our toolbox, because if we're playing live, we have our instruments and we have what we talked about in the last video. We'll want to have tracks or live looping capabilities of some kind, but what about our voices?
That's true. And also the end goal, we will always make covers, I think, because we have so many songs that at least I want to have in my arsenal. But it's a good tool also to have, so we can have know where our boundaries are, where we're at musically for our original songs that will come about later on, probably.
But I mean, little bites.
Yeah, these are little bites, although this one was a larger bite for me. So let's break it down. We recorded drums first, right? I don't even remember. That was weeks ago.
I think drums were actually last this time.
That's true.
Bopped out of tempo in Ableton, which is the recording software that we were using.
Because when we recorded Viva La Vida, we recorded the cello first and then realized that we wanted it faster, so we had to speed up, like we didn't want to like record all of the cello voices. So I think what Price ended up doing was just like making it faster on Ableton.
Yeah, we just found the tempo that worked.
Yeah, but like we also didn't want to make it sound too robotic. So this time, Price actually laid down a tempo. So like we didn't have to like re-record, or like we were set, not like Viva La Vida. And
planning ahead.
Look at that.
Yeah.
And then we're recording strings first, and then voices with the strings, so we could have some sort of like intonation. Like as musicians, we just need to have a drone.
Yeah, well, otherwise, if you're singing without that, you can sing in pitch with yourself, but it doesn't mean that you stayed in pitch or on the same pitch as the instrument.
So, why did it take us longer than expected? I think we talked about a little bit about like during the week being like, hey guys, sorry we're running late on content, because it took us a couple more days. We had to re-record the voice because of intonation issues.
Also just comfortability, I've had this in the past as well with other projects where you do your first take, you get everything, you try and make it all sound nice, and then you just listen to it and you think, okay, I know how I felt doing that. Let's just do it again. Start from scratch. So
the second time was, well, you heard it. Yeah. That was the second time.
Was the time. But like for me, singing that low is really difficult, and I was singing with a little more power than was necessary to make it sound sweet enough. And then she, is working on breathing and singing it for the first time. So, I mean, she just had more relaxation in her shoulders, and she was able to just knock out more consistent sounding vocal takes than before. And this is all pre-drums and piano as well. Yeah. It was just strings. We were just doing, the hardest parts
definitely
first. And, we wanted to put out something better for you all. And so we just took the extra time to, learn this side of our, arsenal.
Learn my vocal cords.
Yeah. But, I mean, we just set up with a camera, and, we spliced some takes together. We, figured out what sounded okay when we sang it together and what didn't. Just laid down a bunch of tracks, and automatically it sounded better raw the second time we recorded the vocals than the first time after making it all sound cohesive in the mix.
Yeah.
And something else, moving on from vocals, something else about Castle on the Hill was that I was experimenting for the first time with some more effects that we could use live. So the droning cello sound that you hear at the beginning, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, instead of having her play the rhythm, I wanted to see what it would be like if that note was just...
Yeah, when we recorded, like, I did as sostenuto as as I could, like, as smooth of a note as I could get for as long as I could get, so he could do that.
Yeah, I put a sidechain compressor, if you know what that is, to where every time that I played a hi-hat, which was muted, it created a dip in the sound that the cello was making. So it was sort of a reverse articulation. Instead of a ba-ba-da-da-da, it was like a ha-ha-ha kind of thing. And I think that's a cool thing that we could use for ourselves, that not a lot of other people use live or in the recording studio. So it was not only about getting our vocals together, getting a new cover together, but it was about trying to stretch ourselves. And so sometimes it takes time and sometimes it doesn't. So
And then I think finally discussing how the video came about. So if you can see the video, Price and I are singing into the same microphone. And then on the right side, if you're looking at the screen, you have us playing our instruments. It's not originally recorded like that, at least not the voices. Yes to the instruments. But the voice we actually ended up recording at the end. Once the mix was done, we blasted it in the room and we sung along to it to get a more cohesive video. Because, as we told you before, we recorded the voice again, like another day. And then when we usually record absolutely everything we do. Every time we're in the studio, like every time there's like we press recording, there is a video camera on, so we can at the end of the day create a video for you guys as realistic as it can be. But since we recorded the voices last, and when we came back to the older, like us recording the voice for the first time, it wasn't like lining up as well, and it would have been such a large video with so many cubicles.
Yeah.
So we decided to simplify it for your eyes and our yes. And we just put it all in one, and I think it ended up being really fun.
Yeah.
This is a little stiff, but we're working on it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, also in the videos of us recording as well, you can see that it was at different times of day, they were different days. So our vocal takes, I mean, I think we wound up recording actually when we just looked kind of disheveled from our days out.
Definitely.
And we wanted to get it done, so like we did with Viva La Vida, where you didn't see all the parts being played, we did here, where you saw us singing the song to each other, working on our, you know, camera presence, me in particular. And you all knowing that we were also singing the harmonies, but you know, all you needed to see was us singing to each other with the various instruments in the background or to the side.
I think overall it's really fun, and I think our new cover will have vocals,
Yeah, more singing,
but definitely still pushing our boundaries 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very excited. We're hoping that it comes out at the end of this week.
Yeah.
So first week of March.
Oh yeah. Crazy.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening and for being there for us. It's really been a great experience, and I'm very excited for what the future holds for Prana. Yeah. If you have any song suggestions, let us know. And yeah, see you in another video.